Good morning to all of you, members of the media. Over the past few weeks, there has been much discussion in the media over the announcement by the Speaker of the House that the seats of the members of Parliament for the Marigot and Salisbury constituency are now vacant. There have been suggestions that because the oath was not taken by those persons, they did not become members of the House, and therefore Standing Order 15.2, which speaks to the vacation of seats by members of the House, does not apply to them, and also that the seats cannot be vacated until the High Court determines that they are vacant. Section 35(1) of the Constitution of Dominica deals with the vacation of seats by parliamentary representatives. It refers to a representative as a member, and Section 35(3)(a) provides that a member shall vacate his seat in the House if he is absent from the sittings of the House for such period and in such circumstances as may be prescribed in the Rules of Procedure of the House. There is no suggestion in the Constitution or in any other law that an elected representative only becomes a member of the House when he has taken his oath. In fact, the contrary is the case. Anyone who has been elected as a representative or appointed as senator is a member of the House. For instance, when the House first meets after a general election of representatives, its first order of business is to elect a Speaker. Section 36(2) of the Constitution provides, among other things, that the Speaker may be elected either from among the members of the House or from among persons who are not members of the House. Since the oath is administered by the Speaker, and the Speaker has to be appointed by members before the oath can be administered, it is clear to my mind that one who is elected as a representative becomes a member of the House, notwithstanding that this person may not have taken the oath. This is fortified by the fact that Section 44 of the Constitution provides that every member of the House shall, before taking his seat in the House, take and subscribe before the House the oath of allegiance. Therefore, not only is he a member, but he has a seat in the House, which he can only take up in order to participate in the business of the House after he has taken and subscribed his oath. Parliament is established by the Constitution. Parliament can only function if members attend. It has been said in the case of Carlott and the Attorney General that there is nothing unconstitutional in a provision designed to ensure that Parliament does function, and that a person elected to Parliament does what he is elected to do, attend Parliament. If he fails to do so, it is reasonable that he should be replaced by somebody who will. The Constitution specifically provides by Section 35(3)(a), which I quoted earlier, of how this should be approached. A member shall vacate his seat if he absents himself in circumstances prescribed by Parliament in its Rules of Procedure. Parliament has so prescribed in its standing orders. The standing orders of the House can be found at Chapter 101 of the Laws of Dominica. It provides at Standing Order 15 as follows. 15(1). Any member who is unable to attend a meeting of the House to which he has been summoned shall acquaint the clerk as early as possible of his inability to attend. 15(2). If without leave or order of the Speaker previously obtained, any member is absent from 3 consecutive meetings of the House to which he has been separately summoned during the same session, such member shall vacate his seat. As the Speaker has indicated, and no one can dispute, the representatives of the Marigot and Salisbury constituencies were absent from 3 consecutive meetings of the House to which they had been separately summoned during the same session, and therefore, by operation of law, and in accordance with the Constitution, which says that the House should determine when a member's seat is vacated for failure to attend Parliament, and it indicates that the procedure would be set by Parliament, the member must vacate his seat. Since the member must vacate his seat, what then should follow? Must the High Court declare the seat vacant as has been suggested? The answer is no. Persons have quoted Section 40 of the Constitution as authority for the view that the High Court must declare the seat vacant. There is no such requirement. The speech given by His Excellency the President in his address to the House on the 31st of July 2009 has been referred to in the debate, and I have re-examined that speech, and I am satisfied that it contains nothing to the contrary of what I am about to say. Section 40 of the Constitution states that the High Court shall have jurisdiction to hear and determine any question whether any member of the House has vacated his seat. Section 40 specifically grants jurisdiction to the court to make a determination on the question whether a seat has in fact become vacant where that issue is in dispute. For example, a member may wish to dispute whether Standing Order 15.2 was properly applied when his seat was declared vacant. He may wish to establish, for example, that he did not in fact miss 3 consecutive sittings of the House, and so Standing Order 15.2 did not apply. In Trinidad and Tobago, when the Speaker declared the seat of the former Prime Minister of Trinidad, Basdio Pandey, vacant because of his conviction for an offence, which was subsequently overturned, the court was asked to determine whether his seat was properly vacated, not because of the declaration of the Speaker, but because his conviction had subsequently been overturned after such declaration. Section 40 gives the court jurisdiction to determine whether a person has been validly elected as a representative. The fact that the court can inquire into that question does not mean that a person is not a parliamentary representative until the court says that he is. Section 55(3)(a) of the Constitution provides that where the seat of a representative or senator falls vacant, otherwise than by reason of a dissolution of the House, if the vacant seat is that of a representative, a by-election shall be held to fill the vacancy within 3 months of the occurrence of the vacancy, unless the House is sooner dissolved. By virtue of Standing Order 15.2, the seats of the representatives of Marigot and Salisbury are vacated automatically. Should one wait for them to say, "I vacate my seat"? If that were the case, what would happen if they never said so? The standing order must be given its natural and ordinary meaning. And since the member has no choice but to vacate his seat as soon as the conditions have been satisfied, that is, that he has missed the 3 consecutive meetings in the same session after having been summoned to attend, his seat is vacated without more. Since the Speaker is the one responsible for the business of the House, the Speaker has a responsibility to inform that a seat has become vacant by virtue of the operation of law, that is, Standing Order 15.2. This, to my mind, must be done as soon as reasonably practicable, bearing in mind that there is a time limit set for the holding of by-elections. I have set this out in detail in the hope that this will help to clarify some of the issues that have been occupying our discussion in recent times, and in the hope that there can be a more informed and focused debate of the issues. Thank you.